Good morning. Peace and blessings. Happy Friday. I'm the Moon Mama. How are y'all doing today? Well, we're here at Friday. I remember we were at Monday or Sunday, right? Isn't it amazing how fast time flies? And I love that because, it's so clear that time is not real. For me, it is. And the reason I say that is because a long time ago, I stopped wearing a watch. When I remember I was working at Fox Sports at the time, and I just decided that I didn't like the way watches made me feel. Like I was always sort of looking at my wrist and, feeling like this tension around it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just throw this thing away. And I never wore a watch again. And then, phones have changed that because they tell us what time it is. But yeah, time is not a real thing. It just matters in our relationship to our responsibilities. That's what time is for me. It's about my relationship to my responsibilities, the things that I have committed myself to. And that often requires something that is like time, right? So today is a Venus day, and I hope you all have had a really beautiful week. That full moon was so incredible yesterday. The full moon in Leo. I know that I am feeling energized. I'm also feeling powerful. One of the things that I think it's very important to understand in this culture that we live in, like when you guys hear me say everything is a lie, none of this is true, you know, the universe is completely open and blank, and it gives us back what we put into it. So we could put anything into it and we're going to get it back. And the founding fathers of this country put this system into it. And we're all a part of this system, and it's all pseudo stuff. Like, so the science is not really real. The reason the science is not real is because it doesn't include spirituality. The reason the healthcare isn't real because it doesn't include spirituality. And one of the things that I realize in this country is that all of the systems are devoid of spirit. All of the systems are devoid of like humanity and the laws of cause and effect. It's all about getting and owning and predatory practices. And so as we begin to watch the system come undone, because it's coming undone because it has to, because it's outside of the laws of nature. We'll start to see what's real. We'll start to see what is real because all of this is lies. And so what's really real is you are creating your reality through your thoughts, through your feelings. The system has co-opted our thoughts and feelings and told us we should feel this way and we should do this and we should do that. But as the system dissolves, you will become responsible for your own feelings and creating your own reality more and more and more. And that's why I create the classes, so that you can be able to go look at where you've deposited your energy, what you've been told, how you've bought in, and get that energy back. Because otherwise, it just begins to act against you. You just begin to feel sad and depressed, and because you're misusing your energy, because you are being released from these structures that are dissolving. This stuff is so surreal. I know what I'm saying sounds crazy, but it's the truth. And if it weren't for the astrology, I wouldn't understand it. But the astrology is helping me get it, and I'm having my own experience of it so that I can explain it to you all to the best of my ability. So today is a Venus day. Venus is the day that I ask for donations. My Cash App is, what is my Cash App? $ Monique Ruffin. My Venmo is at Monique-Ruffin. The reason I ask for donations is because everything in this universe is cause and effect. You get what you get. You get what you give. So if what I do is a benefit to you and you desire to get the benefit of it, give something in exchange. Give something in exchange. You don't have to give money. That's just the easiest thing to do. But you can, no, maybe it's not the easiest thing to do. It is a easy thing to do. But you can just say thank you. You can share some benefit that you get. You can say your work helped me in this way. That is an exchange. It's just about creating an exchange. And when you create an exchange, the benefit becomes really clear and evident. So today is a Venus day. Venus is my favorite. Venus is the goddess Oshun. Venus is Het Haru. Venus is the energy of Aphrodite, you know, the Greek, the Roman, the Kemetic Het Haru, you know, it goes on and on and on. So this energy is this lover energy. It's this energy that says yes. It's an energy that desires to experience life for the sake of experiencing all of it, that does not turn things away because they might be unpleasing. Venus says yes to all things. And this has been the greatest lesson in my life, because this Oshun energy, this Aphrodite energy, is the energy that transmutes and heals. It's in this power of the feminine to be able to say yes to love for the sake of love and being unconditional. And, you know, I'm not saying that that means you put up with bad behavior or any of that, but what you do know, you know that who you are, and in your beingness, you have the tools through your mind and your heart to transmute energy. And the reason I care about this is because I was raised by a father who, if on any good day, if people were talking about what's a good man or a bad man, they would say that my father was a bad man. That's just what it is. And because I was his daughter, I knew him. I knew that he wasn't a bad man. I could see his wounds. I could see his broken heart. I could see his suffering. And I saw that it created pain for other people, and that he just was out of control. So the feminine, it is the feminine that has the ability to transmute all things, right? Through this Venetian energy, by soothing. You know, in the ancient times, when the masculine went out to war, before he came back home to his family, he would spend time with the temple whores, because they would soothe his fury, they would soothe his angst, they would soothe his anger before he went back into his home. So this is the Venetian energy, the energy of the goddess, the energy of the priestess, and anyone can embody this energy should you have the courage to open your heart wide enough, right? But most of us don't. Most of us say, he is this and he ain't this and he ain't, right? And so we're not there. But if you are a woman who is moving into your power to be a transmuter, a healer, a goddess, then any man can come to you and you can soothe that pain. You can soothe it because you have the energy of the goddess that is healing and transmuting. And that is Venus. I love it. Oh, so Venus is at the 26th degree of Capricorn. Venus in Capricorn is about structures, and we're creating new structures through our hearts, right? Because the old structures have gone, because Capricorn has been destroyed. And so Venus is coming behind the destruction. And what are we going to be making, right? We're making this space in our hearts where we have the capacity to love broadly, deeply, passionately, where our love is not contingent upon external requirements, like I love you if you do this for me, I love you if you behave this way. We understand that our love is divine, and that is a new way of looking at this emotional connection to Venus. The moon today is still in Leo, where we had the full moon at the 21st degree, and at the 21st degree. First, though, the 26th degree of Capricorn is about silence, right? And in the silence, what do we discover? We discover real power. We discover what God really is in the silence. We discover that there is no silence, that there is sound in all things, that even when you cannot hear anything, that there is still, that the silence is loud, right? So that is God. It is love. It is profoundly ephemeral, but it is, this thing that love doesn't speak through words, and it says that, the Bible said in the beginning, right, there was the word. So silence is and then silence births language, which then creates reality. So that's the 26th degree, and I hope that's helpful. So the 21st degree of Leo, which is where this full moon is now. And so now we are opening up into really understanding that everything is in harmony, that life and death harmonize with one another, that destruction and creation are in harmony with one another. Harmony is the dance of all things, and that we get to allow everything. There's this allowance. Leo is the energy that governs the sun, and it's this full moon. So we're coming home, to our hearts, to our power, to the essence of the universe that is within us. In all things, we would be nothing without the sun. We would vanish without the sun. So can we harmonize with all the elements, all the ebbs and the flows and the ups and the downs and the lights and the darks and the death and the life and the destruction and the creation? All of it is this place in this full moon energy. You are included in the all of life, in the all of God, in the all of the goddess. And so when you embrace that, then your life becomes this really magical thing, this really powerful thing where you can create as a god or goddess, just by thought, feeling, and consciousness, and you create. So with that, I am the Moon Mama. Thank you so much already in advance for your donations. I hope you guys have a beautiful Friday, this Venus day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Please register for, the classes. I'm so sorry. A new moon class starts. So if you want to do this moon class, we're going to have the new moon in Aquarius, full moon in Virgo. We're going to be working on service or servitude, like really understanding how service is showing up in your life. And are you a slave to like being of service and people pleasing, or are you actually in your power and service? You can sign up for that here in my link tree with the 13 Moons Initiation. You can sign up for Rebirthing the Authentic Self here in my link tree, and then also Mercury Retrograde. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm turning into like this big thing. Mercury Retrograde starts. So Mercury Retrograde, the class on Mercury Retrograde will happen on February 2nd. That class is $66, and it's not a year-long class or anything like that. It's just a one-time event, and we're going to have the rituals and the practices to help you really understand Mercury Retrograde and what it is this time in Aquarius, because Mercury is retrograding in Aquarius and giving us the energy we need to access our vision. So if you're in the Rebirthing class, you will get all the next Mercury Retrogrades class as a part of your Rebirthing class. But if you want to only do Mercury Retrograde, which and many of you have done with me before, you can sign up here, and the class is $66. And the guest speaker is going to be Gabrielle Zelina. She is a fairy of all fairies, and she is going to help us access our visionary power. All right, peace and blessings. Bye-bye. I'm the Moon Mama.